What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to go over why it's important to arrive on time during a timed attack. I'll be going over 2 reports today that were shared in our nation chat during global conquest. We're nation 996. So the first report I'm going to go over is when WoW fights Bro. And at a high level, it looked kind of like an even battle. And so I thought it was going to be an interesting fight because there's just 15 battlers in WoW, 14 on Bro. Units are similar, like 2.475 million to 2.633 million. And, WoW had a slight advantage on the kills and stuff, but they also had a buff, so they were probably at an advantage for that. So I was like, okay, this might be interesting to watch. But then I start scrolling down, opening this thing, and I see Duck Guy. He only had like 20,000 kills and like 109,000 deaths, and he's like one of the money spenders under Alliance. So I was like, what? Oh, he must have arrived early. And so then that got me thinking. I was like, okay, let me go watch the video. And when I watched the video, there were actually 3 people who came early, so I'm just going to get a count of this. There's Mary, who had like 154,000 units, Duck Guy with 232, and Werner with 142. So if you see here, Werner's the first one. He arrives way before everyone. By the time Mary arrives, he's almost dead, and then by the time Duck Guy arrives, then he just dies right away too. And the reason is because, look, there's 2.632 million. So Werner was basically, his 142,000 units were going against 2.632 million. And it's not like these are all like farmers. This is legit cities. Look, this city guy has like pretty high stats, like pretty high attack, melee HP, increased the damage is really high, 44%. He even had his Titans there, high Titans and stuff. This guy didn't have his Titans, but, his stats are pretty high, higher than mine at least. Moha, yeah, he had his Titans and Warplane, high stats. So these guys it's not like they're just all farmers. It's like, these are legit cities, that have like legit cities in there. And then you look at Werner, like, did he even he doesn't even have his Titan. Those are his stats right there. He's going up against 2.632 million units. Of course he's going to die. Like, boom, he dies right away. And then so Mary just dies right away too. And by the time Duck Guy comes, like, everything's depleted. And so they're just attacking Mill Row. And look at Duck Guys. Like, look, 111,000 snipers, and they just always 220 just die right away because of the formation collapses. So then their snipers are in range of attacking their snipers directly, when in a normal formation, they would be attacking the front line still, if they'd all arrived in time. So they just like literally killed the main units of Duck Guy in one shot because the formation collapsed. Duck Guy also didn't send a front line, so that's even worse for a reason why they just directly targeted. I think he sent default fleet, which means like he probably just has so many rocket launchers and snipers that just took up everything. But just save a default fleet with like some front line, because yeah, that's exactly what happens. Is like the front line gets depleted because you're going 1 against 2.6 million, and that basically happens for the first 3 people until like the other 4, 5, 6, and then they finally have their main people start arriving. And then some people actually finally start passing some front row troops to give time for their main troops to arrive. But even then, you see, look how bad, like, basically Compo's like the strongest guy in WoW. Oh, Compo right here. Look at his crazy high stats, And his main fleet unit, because he's playing, he also sent default fleet, but he has mostly rocket launchers and stormtroopers, the T-12 launchers and the X-11 stormtroopers. But they normally would be like right in the middle, But like, you can see where Duck Guy's landed. Because the formation got thrown off, he's all the way over here. So when does he arrive? Has he even arrived yet? Yeah, Campo finally arrives. So now they have to attack like random stuff. Luckily the special ability's there, but like he's gonna have to walk all the way. So not only is it not ideal for like some of the main troops, luckily the rocket launchers have a good special ability and will still be able to reach like the long range troops. But you just get in wacky formations, and you end up losing a lot more than you would have had they just all arrived in time. I'm pretty sure if they all arrived in time, that this would have been a pretty lopsided win for a while. So I'm going to move on to the second report. Similar situation. Here we have Muscles, and 20 people from the BMS squad attack his main city. You know, Muscles is a clever guy. I think he senses that when his opponent might do something stupid. And so I think that's why he teleported straight into their hive. And yeah, you'll see here is like the same case scenario. Like they have two strong guys. Their two strongest guys are Big Daddy. You can see the stats right there. There's his Titan. And Ham was the other one as I went through. These are their strongest guys. So even in a one-on-one matchup, like if they look at Muscles, I guess, level 24 Titan, gold Titans, and you know, much higher stats than them, including their reduction stats, like crazy high. Like even if they were going one-on-one, they're gonna get their butts whooped. Even though a fair one-on-one, even if they had max fleet expansion and Muscles just had his default fleet, they're gonna get their butt whooped. But it's even worse now because they're taking on 1.6 million of his troops. Is one against 1.6 million. Like, of course, is going to do nothing. And then nobody arrived. Okay, his sub account, your baby's dad. I guess that his farmer sub account arrived way late, and so they all arrived. But by the time they arrived, their main troops are already getting attacked because they Muscles just like blew right through their front line and zombies, which is like the main defense units in the game. So by the time their main people look, they're already attacking the cannons and stuff. Like, the cannons are like, don't even have anything defending them. They're just getting blown up. And then I'm just going to speed things up. It gets so far off the side because they arrive so off time. And they just keep arriving. It's like, at this point, it's just like, there's no point in like keep sending troops. You're just gonna, it's like they're already depleted, and it becomes like that 1 versus 10 situation. And they got so off far. Look how far. It's off screen. Their snipers are off the screen. Yeah. So even with his Titans gone, like even though they had 20 Titan, or maybe not 20, but you know, like a lot of Titans versus his two. How many of them? Probably most of them probably brought their Titans with them. It ends up in such a lopsided victory for him. And all this can be avoided in Global Conquest because you have time just to make people just like, hey, we're all going to arrive at this time. If some people are arriving early, just tell them to recall. Or otherwise, you're just going to like, yeah, the people who arrive early not only suffer horrible losses, but they also make the people who arrive later or on time, I should say, suffer way more losses as well. So yeah, I thought this was a quick enough video to make. Just like take your time. There's this gift box thing you can use here. It says 1 day, 14 hours, 40 minutes, like the time right there. See that little gift box in the top right? You can just use that time to be like, okay, we're going to arrive at like, give them like 3 minutes or something, like 11, you know, 14 hours, 11 minutes remaining, and then have everyone go. But yeah, I'll plan on releasing a War Officer video soon. Just that one takes more time and a lot more editing. This one I can just like send over raw and unfiltered because it's just commenting on like 2 examples of how arriving early can really ruin formations and cause more losses. So basically just arrive in time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.